I'm Donna Blanchard, and this is your ThinkTech Daily News for Monday, April 20th, 2015. A Libyan ship filled with migrant hopefuls from the Middle East and Africa sank in the Mediterranean yesterday. As many as 900 people are feared dead. Only 28 survivors have been found, and most are presumed trapped in the ship. As Italian rescue ships responded to the sinking, they received distress calls about a second migrant ship crashing near the Greek island of Rhodes. The Prime Minister of Malta, another island nation not far from the African coastline, called for global action to stabilize Libya. Speaking of the refugees, he said, "The amount of people we've seen coming and how it has been organized in the past few months is unprecedented." Since the civil war began 4 years ago, Europe has received hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants from Africa and the Middle East. Italy's Navy and Coast Guard ships have rescued more than 130,000 people last year alone. European foreign ministers met in Luxembourg to discuss how to respond. Antonio Guterres, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, is asking Europe to expand its rescue and patrol program, as well as the legal avenues for migration to Europe. War-torn Libya has become a haven for human smuggling rings along the African coastline. Today, prime ministers of Italy and Malta called for a targeted non-military intervention against Libya's human traffickers. Prime Minister Joseph Muscat of Malta and Prime Minister Matteo Renzi of Italy gave a news conference today at which Mr. Muscat said, "What happened on Sunday was a game changer. There is a new realization that if Europe doesn't act as a team, history will judge it very harshly, as it did when it closed its eyes to stories of genocide, horrible stories, not long ago." As the Saudi-led airstrikes in Yemen continue, a huge explosion that shattered windows miles away from the strike site is believed to have been the result of a bomb hitting a munitions cache. The site in the Faj Atan area of the capital, Sana'a, dozens of civilians are feared dead as wounded have been taken to a nearby hospital, and the search continues for survivors among the rubble. The stated objective of the Saudi-led and United States-supported airstrikes is to stop the Houthis, but along with military installations across the country, factories, gas stations, and residential neighborhoods have also been hit with airstrikes, according to witnesses and aid workers. The relief organization Oxfam said that the coalition had also bombed one of its storage facilities in Sana'a province. Oxfam says that the contents of that warehouse had no military value and that they have shared detailed information with the coalition on the locations of their offices and storage facilities. Here in Hawaii, protests against building the largest telescope in the world continue at the site of Mauna Kea. Support for the protests and protesters coming from around the islands and the world. Abigail Kawana'akawa, heiress to the Campbell estate fortune and a Li'i descendant, has given $25,000 to aid the protesters. That money is set to provide food and bail in some cases. Ms. Kawana'akawa says that the University of Hawaii, who owns the lease and leases the land to TMT Observatory Corporation, has been derelict in its management of the sacred site and should have professional, independent review. I'm Donna Blanchard, and this has been your ThinkTech Daily News for Monday, April 20th, 2015. Ahui ho.